What's the word? What's the word? What's the mother word, man? Tap in, bro. Today we talking about this Texas heat and how a United States Postal Service worker passed away out here from Dallas, bro, working out here in this extreme heat. Y'all get in here, bro. Like, comment, subscribe. Do that for your boy. Do that for your boy. Now, if you know and if you don't know, Texas has been on fire. You hear me? Like, it is on fire out here. I'm saying, bro, I remember the first days this year when we got the 100-degree heat. It was like 107 or something like that, bro. It was so hot outside, bro. Like, and we were working that day. We were working that day. We were in the heat the whole day. You feel me? Now, luckily, bro, I'm a guy that I've been in the heat, pretty much all my life, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I work in the AC, but I've always been one to one. I'm outside, bro. Like, I don't give a damn how hot it is, whatever. Like, the sun ain't never stopped me from doing nothing. Now, other people, aren't used to heat, and then this type of heat that we've been experiencing, bro, is not the same type of heat that we experienced growing up. Like, this is a different type of hot. Like, this is boiling hot. Like, and unfortunately, a United States Postal Service worker, was out on his route. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, I think he passed out. Whatever. I don't know if he passed on the scene where it happened at, but they took him to the hospital. And tried to get him back right. And unfortunately, they weren't able to do that. And it's one of those things, bro. Like, you got to take care of yourself, man. And also, the jobs, bro. Like, putting them out here in these predicaments and in these elements, to say that, regardless of what's going on, that we have to do this by a certain time, a certain schedule and stuff, they need to be liable as well, because this person died doing something for your company. And I feel like you owe a certain, debt for that. Like, that's just my honest opinion, because when you're working like how they're working, bro, and like in the heat all the time, you don't get a break. You feel me? It's way different than what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, some days I might be in the heat, a lot. Some days I might not. You know what I'm saying? I might, time it to where I'm back at home when, it's, in the heat of the day. Like, I might not be out there at that time. You feel me? So it just depends, like how I set up, what I got going on that day. And unfortunately, with, people that work for a company like the United States Postal Service, they don't have a say so in that. Like, you got to show up every day at a certain time and do what they ask you to do. And this individual, this older gentleman, was doing that. And in the midst of him doing that, the elements that the company, allowed him to work in and told him to work in, ended up causing him, extreme harm. Unfortunately, leading to his untimely demise. And yeah, they have to be held accountable for stuff like that, bro. Because shit, I remember even just at my last job, bro, at Amazon, like, these trailers get so hot, and people are in there passing out and stuff like that, bro. It's not that the work is hard, but it's so hot right now, bro. And it's like, it's a safety issue, you know what I'm saying? But they're concerned about it. They're saying, okay, we'll shut down the trailer and stuff like that. The United States Postal Service has to do the same thing. I understand that the mail has to get out, but maybe switch your times, you feel me, to where you can deliver mail at night, you feel me? Because it's getting to one of those things where it's just not feasible to be out here in this weather delivering any damn thing, like nothing, like unless you have a time where you can sit, take a break, or what I'm saying, and come back to it. You feel me? Like, that would be something that these people, that they could consider, like working early mornings and then taking a break and then coming back at night to finish it up. You feel me? Like, or when it cools down, to finish it up. You know what I'm saying? And also getting better cars. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? For where the individuals, actually have AC in the cars. You feel me? And don't have to get out of the cars. Updating people's ways how they receive mail, maybe invest more in a standard mailbox, not a mailbox that, you know, that goes to an individual house, but, you know, a standard mailbox to where you can pull up to it, you know, don't really have to get out the car and do it from the van or the car, whatever, open the slide the door open and just insert the mail. You feel me? Like, they have to find ways to improve the process. You feel me? So if they don't, you will continue to have issues like this, bro, to where, you know, people are passing away or becoming, you know, real ill, you know what I'm saying, from working in these elements, man. And it's unfortunate that they got to do stuff like this to survive, that we got to do stuff like this to survive. But unfortunately, that's the world that we live in, and we got to do what we got to do. Y'all get down in the comments, man, and let me know what y'all think about this situation, man. And RIP to the older gentleman that lost his life, bro. We never want to see nothing like that happen, man. Until then, I holla.